Welcome back to SCCon, everybody. I'm your host here for the next panel. This is the Dan's Reviews panel. We're going to be going over World Gone Mad franchise. We're going to be going over all of the different things involved in that franchise and what you can expect coming up. Also, we're going to be going over a new project of mine called Fly By Night, which you will also get information on this panel. So, thank you all for joining me. I hope you guys are enjoying your SCCon so far. I know it's a little bit of a different format, but we're trying something different, so I hope you guys are enjoying the new style. If it works out this year, we may or may not be doing it like this next year as well too, so obviously that is all up to you guys and the feedback that you of course give us as well. But here is the segment for World Gone Mad. Let's get right into this. First thing I can say, and if you've lived under a rock, that's all right. We're going to go over it once again. The return of World Gone Mad, the final 9 episodes of Season 4 will be releasing September 10th with a double premiere at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with episodes 10 and 11 that night. You're going to get a chance to watch those, of course, and enjoy the double premiere of the final batch of episodes of Season 4. Season 4, guys, is winding down, and I could not be more excited about it, and I am so happy to reveal that Season 4 is going to be concluded this year. Now, we have a lot of information to go over, so let's jump right into it. Obviously, leaving things off, first off, at the end of Season 4A, we had the destruction of Kingstonville, we had James the captured Billy, oh my lord, we had Ryan, who seemed to have kind of turned to his better angels, if you will, and is realizing what's at stake here, and has kind of gotten his head out of the gutter a little bit, and has realized maybe I should offer help to Haley. Will Haley take his help? That's a very good question. We left things off with our characters scattered all over the place at the very end, with Kingstonville lost and our characters all over the place. So we've left things there. Obviously, we've made a little bit of teases in the post-credit of the episode, whereas the train is somewhere in Toronto. That is something we've learned. We've also learned that there are deadhead bears and deers and other crazy things in this franchise that we've learned. So with that being said, now that we're all caught up and we've got a little bit of a refresher on the first half of Season 4, let's take a quick look at the final trailer for the final episodes of World Gone Mad Season 4. Check it out.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain, my friend. I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
How'd you like me now?
Fabulous. Come get some.
Do we have a deal?
I did it my way.
Alright guys, y'all saw it. We have the return of World Gone Mad once again, September 10th. Stay tuned for it with its double premiere. Now let's delve into a little bit of information for this second half of the season. So I can now confirm, obviously, that we're going to be getting a lot of anthology episodes, which I've mentioned many times before. We will have anthology-style episodes this half season, which I would say connect to a greater story this season. Not going to go over, obviously, what that means. You'll have to watch the half season for yourselves. But we do have a few new characters to get introduced this season. And I'm going to delve into that right now. We have 3 new castings for this season coming up, which I'm very excited to delve into. First off, we have Audrin, who is going to be played by Bruce Campbell. He is going to be kind of a bounty hunter type of character, is the best way that I would like to put it. He is a very intense survivor. He has a lot of different qualities to him. I'm I'm not going to go into much more about his character, but he is going to be a very major force of nature this half season. I will put it that way for you. Now, the next casting we have is for a character named Tegan. This one is played by Ruta Gemmintas. She is basically a Ryan loyalist, I would say. Obviously, at the end of the first half of the season, we did see that a small portion of the Apostles stuck by Ryan, of course, in his, attempt to take down James, and I can say that she is one of them. She is a major loyalist to him. She would give her life for, Ryan, or Bishop, or whatever you want to call him. But that is her role in this half season. And finally, we have a character named Matthew, played by Jon Bernthal. Jon Bernthal is a phenomenal actor. Matthew's character, I can say, in this half season will be a very interesting kind of sidekick to a certain character. I'm not going to say what role he plays or what character he has a kind of very close relationship to, but he has a major arc this season, and he is a big friend of one of our characters coming up. So that's another thing I can confirm right there. But those are some new castings for this half season. Now, for the episode titles. Season 4, Episode 10, Those Who Wish Me Dead. Haley lost Billy. The group have lost their home. After a few days on the road, Haley, Miles, Ashley, and Luke experience a terrible storm. The group deals with conflict from within. Season 4, Episode 11, A Life Worth Living. Dave and Roger have escaped Kingstonville. They get trapped in a horrible storm. Season 4, Episode 12, A Canadian Family. Tom, Rivers, and Julia try to find food. A trip to Canada is in order. Season 4, Episode 13, The Sorrowful Ones. Sydney, Nathan, Vivian, and Rose find a house that they try to live in. A survivor tries to escape a deadly situation. Season 4, Episode 14, A Brother's Revenge. Season 4, Episode 15, Trust is hard to build and easy to break. Season 4, Episode 16, Trades and Compromising Deals. Season 4, Episode 17, When There's Light, There Is Shadows. 18, the season finale, Those Who Wish I Lived. And that's that for the descriptions and the titles for the 4B episodes of World Gone Mad, and I can also now confirm, to finish off the main series World Gone Mad segment, we will be releasing the Season 4 finale of World Gone Mad on Halloween night, October 31st at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So obviously, if you have been watching this for a good while, you'll know that the first episode of Season 4 aired on Halloween, and now the final episode of Season 4 will air on Halloween for all of you guys. So Halloween, if you've been wondering, what am I doing on Halloween? What am I watching? What am I doing? There you go. If you're a World Gone Mad fan, you can watch the Season 4 finale on Halloween night for World Gone Mad to wrap up this insane extended final season that we've been living in here for damn near 2 years. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all so much, seriously, guys, for your patience for this season. I'm very grateful for your support on this show, especially the main show. So thank you all very much for all that. Now, without further ado, let's delve into some of the other things in this franchise that you can expect coming up here very soon. Now, the next one is World Gone Mad, The Prey. Now, obviously, where we left things in Season 2 was kind of a depressing state. We had the death of Jade, which was very sad for Rob, obviously. And we got to see the introduction to Ragnar, which we've been hearing about for the entire season. Vel says, okay, who the fuck is Ragnar? I've been hearing about him everywhere. It's finally time to rip the fucking Band-Aid off and light this fucking candle. And we finally got to meet him. He is originally called Mark Daniels, and he now calls himself Ragnar. We'll have to see what the reason for that is. And by the end of this season, he put all of our characters together as a revenge tactic, basically, for what happened with Urban and his family and the people that Rob's crew took out, in addition to everything else. But we also learned that it's not just about revenge for Urban and his family. It's also that he was originally Rob Johnson's music manager. He was the guy that controlled everything, basically, about Rob Johnson's music life. That's essentially what he was. And he returns here in the flesh, quite literally, to kill his daughter and basically make Rob and the others kneel before him under his rule. And that is one thing we're going to be getting to see in Season 3. So that is where we left Season 2, in a very, very horrific state, in a very terrifying manner. But now we're going to have to see what happens next. what happens with Alara? We don't know her state. We have no idea what happened to her. Our characters are all going to be forced to live under this rule from Ragnar, and obviously Rob and him have a lot of history, so who knows where it's going to go. But let's find out a little bit here in our first look, in our first trailer for The Prey Season 3. Check it out.
Do you think it's fair?
What do I think what's fair?
That men can get into the magic kingdom no matter what they've done, as long as they say the magic words.
Words have power if you mean them. And it doesn't matter what you and me thinks is fair.
I made one big mistake. And I didn't mean it, they meant it. I have an accident, I get swooped away, locked away behind these bars. Don't get to show my remorse, get my swords, nobody that I hurt. Ain't you, ain't me, ain't nobody out there just gonna snap their fingers and instill some sort of forgiveness in me.
I got to believe we can be forgiven. Because if we can't, then we're all screwed.
All right, guys, January 2nd, you can watch the Season 3 premiere of The Prey. Very excited to be dishing that one out to you guys early in the year to kind of kick off World Gone Mad in 2025 in fashion. And there you go. There it is. So we have a lot of things to delve into this season. And one of the biggest things I can tease is obviously, what is it going to be like getting to see our characters that are still left alive by Ragnar have to live in this crazy society, whatever this society is going to be. What is that going to be like? Also, Rob Johnson has been throughout these first 2 seasons. I mean, you could literally say episode 20 was a series finale in some sort, because the story of the first 20 episodes of this series was about Rob Johnson and him protecting his daughter, getting his daughter back. That was part of the story. It was always about what Rob Johnson would do for his daughter. Now with that storyline being done, yet there's another season, what does that mean, right? What is the purpose of it? What is going to be the story now going forward? What is Rob's purpose as a character now going forward without his daughter? And what is that going to be like? Is he going to cower? Is he going to fight? Is he going to go somewhere in the middle? We'll have to see. It's going to be a very interesting season to see our characters kind of trapped in this scenario and trapped in this society that who knows if they can get out of, you know? And the thing is, too, is that maybe Rob only had one purpose, which was his daughter, but we've obviously also seen in the last 2 seasons the connections and great friendship and relationships that he's made with some of these other people, like Mara, like Ryder, like Valhazer, like some of these other people. So what is that going to be like this season, and are they going to be able to escape in this horrible predicament? But finally, I can give you all 3 exclusive screenshots of the 3rd season as well, too. Here is a new appearance for Rob Johnson. He has a black jacket. He's got a hat, very reminiscent of a friend of his that he interacted with before. We also have Valhazer, who is covered in blood. What else is new? And finally, we have the man himself, Ragnar, right there in the flesh. So we'll have to see. That is The Prey Season 3. Returns January 2nd on the Dan's Reviews channel and on another channel as well, which we will delve into that at the very end. But let's get into our final segment for the World Gone Mad panel, History of a World Gone Mad. So this is an anthology series that has obviously been cooked up for a long time by myself and co-written by Megamat1254, who has done an incredible job, might I add, stepping into the co-writing role for the World Gone Mad universe. He has done such a good job that I would say it is absolutely turned this series from something that was really cool to something that you guys have to see. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is a series I'm super excited for you guys to check out. And it's very, very crucial to some of your favorite characters that you've watched over the years for World Gone Mad. Obviously, we are going to have a lot of stuff in this series. There's a lot of things that we're doing. We are still currently working on this series, guys, so there is no specific release date on it yet. But we're getting very close, and as soon as we know it, you'll know it. And we are working very hard to make this series as great as it possibly can be. But with that being said, we did bring some stuff for y'all, so let's delve into that. Here is the first 2 minutes of Season 1, Episode 1 of History of a World Gone Mad. Check it out. open in the city of Philadelphia. We then see an old abandoned building. We see an open door to the entrance. As we start panning through the inside of this building, we see over a dozen dead bodies just laying there on the floor. We see the blood from one of the guys' heads pouring out onto the floor and across the room. As the blood keeps going, we see someone steps on the trail of blood. As we pan up, we see it's a woman named Kezia, and she is covered in blood as she's walking in an old abandoned building. As she's walking through, we see her walking past several dead men laying there on the floor. She then hears police sirens coming from outside as she says, "May God have mercy upon my enemies, 'cause I won't." As we see some of these dead men are reanimating into deadheads. And as Kezia sees this happen, we see her raise a gun towards them as we see red and blue lights shining through the window, but then we see the police cars just pass by, revealing they're not there for her. It's day one of the reanimated corpses, as Kezia stands there with her gun looking relieved. Oh boy, we are in the city of Philadelphia. So what does that mean? We'll have to see. It is going to be a very, very big pilot episode for this series. You guys will be getting that very, very soon. The pilot for this series is going to be huge. We are focusing on Kezia, a story of Kezia, and I can now delve into the fact that this is pre-apocalypse, y'all. So anything that y'all thought maybe, oh, it's a series about Ziltramite or it's a series about this, right? I'm sure you guys had that theory. Obviously, not the case. This is something that happened to her beforehand, but I'm very excited to delve into it because there's a lot to learn about Kezia and what she's all about. So that is the first episode that I can tease. But there you go, guys. That is an exclusive look for Season 1. Now, if you thought I was done with you yet, you're not. Here is a first trailer for Season 1 of History of a World Gone Mad. Check it out. And there you go, guys. Coming up in 2025. Very excited for y'all to be checking out this series. You guys will be getting a specific release date very, very soon. Obviously, that will be announced at a separate time. But I'm hoping you guys enjoyed all of the content for this one. We brought a lot for you guys here for history. And we are going to be delving into a lot of crazy stories in this show and all that stuff. Now, to cap off the World Gone Mad segment for all of you guys with all three shows, this is something for everything involved with World Gone Mad. I am pleased to announce, and I'm very excited to tell you, that World Gone Mad Universe will be getting a permanent franchise co-writer. Megamat1254 will not only be writing everything related to what goes on forward in the Prey, he will be writing everything that goes on with the remaining seasons of the original series. He will be writing History of a World Gone Mad. He will be involved in the upcoming movie, A Killer in the Making. He will be involved in everything you see from this moment on going forward in the franchise. Even the second half of Season 4, he has added some stuff too. So there you go. Megamat, seriously, man, so happy to be announcing this to the world. You are an incredible writer, and I'm not just saying that. I wouldn't hire just anybody. I know how you write. I know how you do things. He doesn't even know I'm saying this. I'm doing this for him. You are an incredible writer, and from the moment I've met you back in 2020 with your survival series, and obviously I met you back in 2019, I knew the kind of standard that you had with your writing, and I knew the kind of quality that you had, and that's something that the World Gone Mad franchise, I think, is going to absolutely do great on, is the writing style that you have. And both of our minds together, I've already seen it in the work that we've been doing together with this franchise. It has been absolutely incredible and an absolute pleasure to work with him in this franchise. So, thank you all for watching, World Gone Mad fans. We now have a universe co-writer. We have 3 shows coming up. One of them, of course, at the end of this year with the final episodes of Season 4 of World Gone Mad. Early January, we're going to be getting the Prey Season 3. Very excited for that, for y'all to see. And then at some point in 2025, the anthology series will be yours. So, there you go, guys. Now, let's jump into our final segment here for the Dan's Reviews section, which is Fly By Night. So Fly By Night is not going to be a huge segment, but I wanted to update you guys because obviously it's been a little bit, I think it was like early this year, that I let you guys know that there was going to be a series for, Dan's Reviews that wasn't related to anything World Gone Mad related. This is a series that takes place in the 1950s. It is going to be a very, very crime-based show. You will see a lot of different things. That is all I'm going to share in terms of information, except for your very first teaser for Fly By Night. Check it out.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
There you go. Fly By Night will be coming to you soon. Not going to confirm when yet, but you will be getting this series very soon. It's a new IP, a new thing altogether that I'll be making for y'all. And there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the information that we shared. Now let's move on to our next panel.